and welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tapping in. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. Reflect videos like this. Gagged by Rick Owens.
Found in mountainous or rocky regions and can be interpreted as resembling human or giant-like. Resembles a face, sometimes referred to as a stone giant.
Con limonitain saberico.
Would you look at this? Just look at this. This is supposed to be an orange. And I can squeeze it and it puffs right back up like a sponge. Y'all need to be careful what you put in your bodies. Because they giving us fake fruit. It don't have the stem, it don't have no seeds or nothing.
People gonna say it's the moon, Venus, and the regular star, but what about the other two things?
Probably passed by these hundreds of times without even realizing it. Okay, so this is why I always keep a little bubble soap on me. So you see how it's rippling? So there's some kind of pocket of glitch around here somewhere. I don't feel anything at all, to be honest. This is just regular bubble soap with a pinch of baking soda mixed in, so that's kind of help with reactivity. So let's see if we can't get a nice big bubble for you. Holy cow, look at that. Oh, wow. Oh my God. Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, see, you don't always need special tools to find cool stuff in the woods like this. Sometimes all you need is right under your sink. So follow along for more glitch hunting tips just like this one. We got plenty more for you.
So, theoretically, flying is possible.
Oh, and then we've got this guy's alive.
You were right.
Oh, he's alive. I didn't know. Did he do anything? Yeah, he's smiling. I'm talking about it. I'm moving. Very talented. I'm telling you. I didn't mean to go over there.
To get from the lounge to the loo, you had to pass through the corner of the kitchen. There's a door here, and then you went through a door there. As I went through that door there, just going to go into that door there, there was a reptilian standing there. It was tall. I mean, I didn't have a tape measure on me or anything, but it was a lot taller than me. And it was crouched like that. It was green. It had these kind of orangey slit eyes. It had a paler chest. It had like ridges and scales. But the thing about it was that it looked at me, and what I felt was from him was, oh shit, it's in me. Right? It was more kind of worried that I'd seen it than having any kind of negative intent towards me or whatsoever. And I'm on the move, you see, when I see this, and I'm just going to step into the hallway to go to the loo. And as I saw it, I was in mid-flight, so I couldn't stop immediately. So I went like that, came back, and it had gone. But the whole room was not the room. It was standing in the corner of the room, where the corner of the room should have been, but the room wasn't there. It was another dimension in you know, I'd walked through another dimension.
Okay, goodbye.
So farting never smelled this good.
I want to know why we put these leftover Dunkin' Donuts into our fire pit, and I want to know why they didn't burn like everything else did around it. That's all ash around it. Why didn't Dunkin' Donuts burn, bro?
This morning, the urgent investigation at Universal Epic Universe in Orlando. A guest died after riding a new roller coaster that had its opening earlier this year. On Wednesday, off-duty deputies responded to a man-down call, finding 32-year-old Kevin Rodriguez Zavala unresponsive on the Stardust Racer roller coaster. Zavala transported to the hospital, where he was pronounced dead.
I was scared. Like, everyone was scared.
Tommy Italino says he was waiting in line to get on the Stardust Racer's roller coaster when he heard yelling.
Get out, get off the coaster, everyone off the platform. And it turned into full pandemonium.
The medical examiner citing multiple blunt impact injuries, calling the manner of death accidental.
There was a big piece of metal from the seat that was detached, hanging off of the coaster.
The coaster able to hit speeds up to 62 miles per hour, heights up to 133 feet across 5,000 feet of track.
When you hit that height, even though you're strapped in, you're going to feel yourself almost weightlessness, lack of gravity, airborne.
Universal saying we are devastated by this event and extend our sincerest sympathies to the guests' loved ones. We are fully committed to cooperating with this ongoing investigation.
What happened to Ryan Seacrest? Because this isn't the same Ryan Seacrest I remember. The person on the left is the one that I remember, you know, from American Idol and stuff like that. Who is this on the right? And why are all of these celebrities looking different? Again, that is the guy that I remember right there. That is the guy that I remember. Can someone please tell me who this is? I mean, that is creepy, in my honest opinion. Again, all I'm doing is sharing photos of Ryan Seacrest. That's all that I'm doing. There's probably nothing wrong with him at all. There probably isn't at all. All I'm doing is asking questions. You can come to your own conclusions about this. But honestly, why are all of these celebrities looking different? I don't know. You all tell me what is going on, because something strange is definitely going on. Because again, that's the Ryan Seacrest I remember right there. Who is that?
Is that Ozempic cloning? You guys tell me.
Watch out! Watch out!
Hasbro not screaming.
So the Acambora artifacts were discovered in Mexico in 1994. They consisted of 33,000 artifacts found, and the carbon date put them back 6,500 years ago, which would have been 4,500 BC.
Jeez.
And these artifacts were so strange, and I've never heard of them, probably because the story's trying to get swamped over by the Smithsonian. But these artifacts, they consisted of like stone and clay, like figurines and stuff of like dinosaurs.
Oh.
And like there was one figurine of a warrior riding a triceratops.
What?
Wow.
Yeah.
Could you imagine?
And then they had other figurines of like mermaids, human-animal hybrids. They even had one that looked like Bigfoot and like just this crazy stuff that like totally messes with the whole narrative that humans interacted with dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Because there's a man riding a dinosaur.
The timeline is scrambled.
And so it was authenticated by 3 men in the profession that were like, they knew what they were looking at and what they were talking about.
Yeah.
But then the Smithsonian, like, nope, this is all, it's a fraud. None of these are real. And they said, we're going to carbon date it ourselves. And they did. And they're like, these are only 30 years old.
The lack of biodiversity is the creepy part.
Conspiracy theorists who were concerned about chemtrails and weather modification, well, you might have been proven right after all. I've just come out the most extraordinary 2-hour congressional hearing here at the Capitol in Washington, D.C. on that very, very topic. Experts all agreeing weather modification, cloud seeding, chemtrails, it's real. Here's what happened.
My written testimony goes into detail explaining my decision to join more than 500 other scientists and academics from around the world to call for a solar engineering non-use agreement. I'll just briefly state first, the understandings are not sufficiently developed to know what the outcomes would be, and unintended consequences are almost certain to happen. Second, our 70-year history with weather modification should give us some humility in thinking that we can understand what the consequences might be. We've been trying to modify the weather for 70 years, and we don't know if we're modifying the weather. And finally, we have one Earth, and experimenting on it carries considerable risks. I have likened geoengineering to risky gain-of-function research on viruses with uncertain benefits and catastrophic risks.
Now, the federal government has been involved in cloud seeding since the 1940s. Using the planet as a test monkey for emerging technologies poses all sorts of risks. Among these that have been highlighted by the EPA are stratospheric ozone depletion, acid rain, and reduced crop yields. There's also the question of whether such large-scale climate interventions is even necessary given the uncertainties regarding climate change.
For years, anybody who questioned weather modification was labeled crazy or a conspiracy theorist. Now we've learned that they've been doing it for decades. One geoengineering company called Make Sunsets injects aerosol into the atmosphere to reflect sunlight back into space. I want to show you their frequently asked questions. Why? It says, unless we reflect sunlight, tens of millions of people will die, and 20% of species may go extinct. These climate activists have come so far that they are actively trying to inject chemicals into the air to block the rays of the sun from hitting the earth. And they want to take away our God-given rights over the earth in order to satisfy their godless climate cult beliefs. Potentially cooling the earth could also cause people to freeze to death, crops to die, and could literally lead to killing millions and millions.
Bro, tell me why the
This thing just fell out of my Burger King and is now moving on its own. What in the actual
The real question is, why are you still chewing, brother?
The world's first AI-generated government minister has addressed Parliament in Albania.
Vërtet nuk kam shtetësi, po nuk kam as ambicie personale apo interese.
The avatar, named DLR, defended its role, saying it would help people, not replace them. Albania's Prime Minister has put DLR in charge of all decisions on public tenders in a bid to eliminate corruption, but it's not clear who wrote the code that controls it.
What in the actual ritual?
Souls in pain.
Cross-stage design.
What's wrong with his eyes?
Never seen a homeless bear before.
All the candy is like recycled trash.
Sure is.
That's what I got. It's recycled trash that they put together.
It's like plastic.
Yeah, it's like plastic. Recycled trash. They put it together and then they add food coloring and sugar. Right?
Dyes.
Yeah. A lot of people don't know they eating trash, right? They eat the next man's trash anytime they eat a piece of candy.
Yes.
Do you eat candy?
Yes. No, I have one Twix every couple weeks.
Yeah.
When I need.
But it's not bad.
Well, yeah, because it's as above, so below. But I need
Get a
to
chocolate.
I need it.
But no, I'm glad you said that, right? Because everybody want to say, okay, I don't do this. But the problem not doing this, the problem is doing it repeatedly. Right? Anything you do more than once in a certain amount of time is a problem.
I don't let it control me.
Right.
I do things in moderation.
Yeah, moderation. Listen, if you're going to eat Snickers or Twix, don't keep it in your house.
That's
Keep
it.
it in your house,
That's it.
then you're going to have it all the time. And then you're going to die. Right? But if you don't keep it in your house, it happens when you go out. That's a good thing. If you're alcoholic like King Yeller, don't keep liquor in your house, right? Because you know when you see the bottle, you're just gonna drink it. Yeah.
Look at this. Oh, perfect. Oh my God. Isn't it great? Chris. I know, it's my dream. I have goosebumps everywhere. This is out of...
This has to be the strangest place I've ever visited, and trying to explain it to you is gonna be impossible. Basically, imagine a mansion where every corner is weirder than the last and feels like a fever dream. You'll find room after room of bizarre collections, an 80-foot indoor carousel with 269 creatures but not a single horse, a massive whale sculpture that's comparable in size to the Statue of Liberty, and entire orchestras where the instruments play themselves. This is House on the Rock in Iowa County, Wisconsin, and it's about 3 hours from Chicago. Legend has it Alex Jordan Jr. built this house as a way to one-up Frank Lloyd Wright after Wright supposedly dismissed his wild design ideas. Tickets are $35 per person, and it takes most people 3 to 4 hours to see everything. If you love quirky and unusual things, then you need to add the House on the Rock to the top of your bucket list.
And now, imagine when the lights are off.
About Jenna Ortega. Here we clearly see her doing the one eye symbolism. Here we see it again. She's also dating The Weeknd, who I've covered on multiple occasions for his stuff, and she's thrown up the symbol right there. She also, in this SNL skit, is clearly possessed. Her appearance has also drastically changed since she really took off in Hollywood. Many fans have noticed that. Ironically enough, it's the same MO she started as a Disney star. But what I found out next about Jenna Ortega will literally make your skin crawl. A few comments on a previous video of mine led me down a deep, dark rabbit hole. It turns out that Jenna Ortega follows a very weird and disturbing page on Instagram. Check out the pics. Here we have what looks like a painting of children or whatever that is, enjoying a red substance for dinner. Here we see the artist painting the one eye symbolism as well as the cross that's inverted. Here we see more disturbing stuff. You see people in these religious outfits, but clearly there's nothing religious going on here. Here we have another example of that. We have this lady who's dressed like a nun, again, inverted crosses, etc. Here we see what looks like a picture.
I didn't know Toyota was making AC units.
What in the hello neighbor is this, bro? Look at this, bro. This is the hello neighbor house, bro. I didn't know we had this in real life, bro. You know what I'm saying? You just walk here, you got the first house, but then you got the second house, but you gotta walk on the roof. They're up to no good, bro. I guarantee it, bro. This is the hello neighbor house.
Bro, knock at the door and investigate.
So, next question from Cat55K. Tell us what would happen if you accidentally go through a portal on Earth. Thank you.
You do all the time, Masters. You go through portals all the time. All the time. They're everywhere. They're everywhere. Okay? The thing is that some of the portals open up into a very similar timeline. A very similar timeline, and you may not notice. You may not notice at all. And you may retract on yourself and walk back through it. Usually you can feel it. If you get energetically sensitive enough, you'll get wonky, right? You'll get pulled in another direction, but you can pull yourself back or not. But you are a endlessly multifractal being, Masters, and there is an infinite amount of versions of you in this likeness that you are, as well as an infinite array of variations, because, Masters, the truth is there's only one of us here. Okay? And you are not a human being. You are a soul, and a soul has no embodiment aspect to it. And it does not get thrust into any aspect of thought that it does not desire to experience. So what happens? Anything you choose to happen, Master, you are source.
Holy, there's a cake on top of that car. They bought a cake, they put it on their roof, they've driven off. No one else has noticed, it's just me and the cake. No one seems to care. I care. It's the best day of my life. It's brilliant.
Just him and the cake. So romantic.
Trump is occupied by Zionists, okay? He's completely impotent. He's completely powerless. He cannot say anything that goes against Israel or Bibi Netanyahu. He's letting them do whatever they want. No pushback whatsoever. It's very clear Bibi is in control, and his administration is saying that. It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. But this was the plan, okay? This was the plan. And we have to stand up to this, guys. We have to fight this tooth and nail. The reason they're doing this, obviously, is because they can't win in the free markets. People are, as Megan said, people that are under 30 are anti-Israel. So that means the future of America is anti-Israel. So what they're going to try to do is to pass speech laws, Bolshevik speech laws. They're going to arrest us for saying that we don't support Israel. Something that Charlie was passionately against, okay? And we can show you next week clips of him hosting the debate about speech and Israel and whether or not everything was anti-Semitism. And he was very clear in his perception that this is going to increase anti-Semitism, trying to pass speech laws or leaving people anti-Semites by criticizing Bibi Netanyahu. It's all out there, and they're lying to you.
Why are we testing fate and Final Destination?
I don't know, no one's in there. It's crazy. Get the light, get the light. You say you checked it? Yes. Did you just get that on camera? No. Stop. No, I'm not playing with you anymore. I don't like this. No, I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. This is insane right now. Right there.
Okay, you're gonna stop this right now.
Pam Bondi, who is a complete loser and a tool, is trying to use the assassination of Charlie Kirk to lay the groundwork for hate speech laws in America. The very thing that Charlie was fighting against. They all just got right to work trying to pass laws. Well, Charlie Kirk is that, so now we got to hate speech is something. Exactly what he's messaging me about that he doesn't want to happen. They're trying to use his death to justify. Listen to what Pam Bondi said to Katie Miller on her podcast. Take a listen.
There's free speech and then there's hate speech.
No.
And there is no place, especially now, especially after what happened to Charlie in our society.
Do you see more law enforcement going after these groups who are using hate speech and putting cuffs on people so we show them that some action is better than no action?
We will absolutely target you, go after you if you are targeting anyone with hate speech, anything. And that's across the aisle.
So to be clear, that's the feds telling you that they want to pass speech laws, which will basically just give them the full power to go after you for wrongthink, okay? And they're doing it in the most disturbing way ever by going after Charlie Kirk's legacy and using his assassination to say, oh, well, now we've got to get hate speech done, which, by the way, who was the person and the leader who said that he was passing laws against speech in America? That was Bibi Netanyahu.
מי שיחרים אותנו מוחרם בעצמו. בשנים האחרונות קידמנו בארצות הברית, ויש כבר ברוב המדינות שם, חוקים שמי שמחרים את ישראל נענש בעצמו. אז זה לא יעזור להם, אנחנו לא מתרגשים מזה, ואנחנו נלחמים בזה.
When something chaotic happens, we usually turn to the government. I mean, 9/11, what did we do? We gave them so much power, right? The Patriot Act. Do whatever, just keep me safe. It's like they see your emotion, they see this global emotion, and they want you to just agree with them that the next step is more power for the government. And this time we're saying no. No, Pam Bondi. No, thank you.
If it works, don't fix it. That's a wrap for tonight, fool. I hope you enjoyed it. If so, don't forget to hit and smash the like button for me, smash that subscribe button, be part of the family. Remember, stay woke, and I'll catch you next time.